Hey there everyone, welcome back to the round of 16 of the Southeast Asia Legends Series number 15. This is game 1 between Shark and BrokenZ. Shark playing Hunter, BrokenZ playing Mage. Now this is Conquest mode, so as I said, Conquest mode, so if you win with your class you cannot play that one anymore, so you have to play with another class. So looking at it, BrokenZ already pretty much throwing his hand on the table here. Flame Waker is going to be pretty helpful pretty soon, but BrokenZ doesn't really have any spells to follow that up with. Anyways, speaking of classes, BrokenZ having Mage, Warlock, and Hunter at his disposal. Shark playing Hunter, Druid, and Warlock himself. Fireball dropping onto that one. BrokenZ fairly aggressive here. Kill command being pulled by him, by Shark rather. So Shark might have to use that one to kill off that Flame Waker, and if he does, it's gonna slow down BrokenZ by quite a bit, I guess. Web Spinner being dropped by Shark, starting to do the first damage onto BrokenZ. Now BrokenZ does manage to pull Dr. Boom, but not going to be too helpful as of now. So another Sorcerer's Apprentice is going to be dropped just for the attack value, I say. Now let's see what Shark got from that one. Jungle Panther 4-2 stealth being given to him by that one. Lofeb going to be dropped by Shark to pretty much halt BrokenZ's progress if he did have any spells in his hand, which he does not, but does pull himself a nice Azure Drake, so he can start whittling away onto that one. But does go for an Emperor Forest to get a cheaper Dr. Boom and cheaper Azure Drake for the next couple of turns, and looks like BrokenZ has no intent of stopping anytime soon with his assault on the health of Shark. Shark does pull himself a Hunter's Mark. That's Savannah Highmane gonna be dropped, but it might be a little bit too late. Her Hunter's Mark. Putting that for force onto one. Lofeb gonna take care of that one, and Mad Scientist now also being dropped. Let's see what secret is gonna be pulled in BrokenZ's play here. Mirror Entity. Whenever your opponent plays a minion, summon a copy of it. Dr. Boom being dropped in favor of the Arcane Intellect Azure Drake combo. Shark pulling into Unleash the Hounds himself. He might look to play into Knife. He might look to play Knife Juggler, Unleash the Hounds, just to get 3 knives going on. But BrokenZ getting a copy of that Knife Juggler now, so now has to work around that one as well. Unleash the Hounds, pretty beneficial now for Shark, really, as he does get 4 daggers as opposed to 3. One Boombot dying, that's gonna land its charge as soon as all the daggers have been done chucking. One Boombot landing in a pup, the other landing into Shark himself. Shark taking it slow but surely, and if BrokenZ top decks the Pyroblast for next turn, then that would be pretty beneficial. Draws himself a Fireball instead, so he can drop Shark to 4 health. Goes for an Arcane Intellect, hopes he draws something useful from that one. Draws himself another Arcane Intellect, so is probably going to go for the second one as well. Gets a Mirror Image from that one, and if he survives this turn, then that is game for him, as he does have double Fireball in his hand, and I see no way for Shark to actually get lethal this turn. So BrokenZ putting his faith in the heart of the cards, and faith rewarded him with double Arcane Intellect, double Fireball. And the well played comes out. BrokenZ chucking those fireballs across, and that's going to be the first game given to BrokenZ in the best of 5 series in the round of 16. So congratulations to BrokenZ winning his first game. Mage is out of the rotation right now for him. He still has Warlock and Hunter left, so fast games. Allure coming into game 2, which we will be bringing you shortly. In the meantime, and don't go anywhere, we'll be right back with game 2, which is actually going to start right now, so no break to sip water for me here, as this is going to be Warlock versus Hunter, Rexar versus Gul'dan, Shark versus BrokenZ, and it looks like BrokenZ is playing the Zulok variant of his deck and is going second, so he can play out double imp on his first turn. Shark really not happy with the cards he has right now, and BrokenZ probably more than happy to coin for double flame imp at this point, as he can start hitting Shark really hard the next couple of turns. And basically says, hey, you have nothing to play, thank you. Or unless he's a really big masochist and really likes flame imps chucking fireballs in his face. But regardless, double abusive sergeant as well can buff up his flame imps to 5-2 each, dealing 10 damage in the second turn. Wow, Shark not feeling happy, not feeling this game at all. Animal Companion being drawn by him. Is he actually going to use that, or is he going to unleash the hounds? He's going to unleash the hounds for now. It's probably the best top deck that Shark could have pulled at this point, and gets a freezing trap for his trouble as well. So board is now equal across the board. BrokenZ more than likely to play the Knife Juggler and simply pass turn. And now Shark has to work with that, but is in a pretty good spot despite taking the 3 damage right now. So BrokenZ now has to dig through his deck, start to take damage. And Shark now actually gaining the momentum here. Knife Juggler, Animal Companion being dropped. And BrokenZ, despite starting out with pretty much the best hand Warlock could ever ask for, in my opinion, Shark managing to counter that with an amazing top deck of Unleash the Hounds of his own. He's playing the second Hunter Creeper because he wants that thing out alongside the Void Walker to maybe stall for a little bit of time. Second freezing trap not going to be loaded up now. And BrokenZ only sitting at 9 health right now. Can't play Morganis and can't finish off the game in this turn. So Shark looking to make a comeback here, equaling up the score 1-1. Iron Beak Owl coming across. Defender of Argus being played for some defensive value as well, and BrokenZ just stalling pretty much. And Shark now drawing into a kill command, and truthfully that's more than enough, as he will have the beasts to supplement that. Kill command for the final blow alongside the steady shot and the Huffer, and Shark just basically taunting his opponent, saying, look at all this stuff I got, look at all this stuff that I can kill you with, and Shark equaling up the score 1-1.
Let the hunt begin. Your soul shall be mine.
Hey there everyone, welcome back to game 3 between Shark and BrokenZ in the round of 16 in the Southeast Asia Legends Series number 15, hosted by ESL, casted by myself, Spell Ruler. So, looking at it, BrokenZ playing Hunter against Shark's Warlock. Shark not allowed to play Hunter anymore, BrokenZ not allowed to play Mage anymore, as both of them have won a game with each of their respective classes. BrokenZ gaining an angry chicken from that whip spinner. Not too happy about that one, I guess. Probably would have preferred a Gozrilla or something, something like that. Shark responding with the Iron Beak Owl onto the Mad Scientist. So pretty much both of these players going 1-for-1 at all times here. Of course, Shark will have a little bit of momentum here because of his hero power. Coin Pilot Shredder to be used here. BrokenZ just wants to deal as much damage as possible here. BrokenZ now not with his trusty Mad Scientist anymore. Goes out to play that Eagle Horn bow, then does sacrifice some of his plays, and though gets a Bluegill Warrior from the Pilot Shredder for another additional 2 damage, and the Anchored Chicken probably not going to do anything at all. Mortal Coil onto that Bluegill Warrior just to make sure that Shark will take less damage. Double Implosion still in his hand, and wouldn't be too surprised to see Emperor Forison make an appearance next turn. And actually, Houndmaster onto Angry Chicken, pretty helpful as of now, but Shark does have a Hellfire to clear out the entire field, should he so choose. Instead of that, BrokenZ actually facing off against Emperor Forison, and can do a lot right now, but it's actually deciding to kill that Emperor Forison, get a third copy of Savannah Highmane. I'm actually wondering how he got the first one. Probably because of a web spinner or something like that. So, Dr. Boom opposed to Dr. Boom. BrokenZ actually using that Boombot to start a chain reaction here. 1-for-1 all the Boombots except for one eliminated. And BrokenZ was probably aiming for his Angry Chicken to be hit, but has done a fairly good job with this one. Now back to Shark, who has a big game Hunter. So both of these players going 1-for-1, top decking everywhere, left and right. Angry Chicken will finally fall despite being enraged here. Shark regaining a little bit of health with that anti-heal bot, and as I said, Shark gaining a lot of momentum here and just has a better game state as of now. Like, BrokenZ does have double Savannah Highmane, which is working out, but Shark can just keep digging in his deck over and over and over again, and if he draws into more of those anti-heal bots, he can essentially just keep drawing cards. So BrokenZ passing turn, Sharking with a Twilight Drake. And Shark doing an excellent job in clearing the entire board out. But Broken still has one more Savannah High main up his sleeve. Shark dropping the Twilight Drake, not going for the Imp Gang boss. Now it's up to BrokenZ to try and do as much damage as possible. Freezing Trap. Gonna try and hinder Shark's process, but Shark is just on a roll here. Double Implosion as well to clear out any threats that might appear. Another Imp Gang boss. A Void Caller being hovered over, but no Morganis in hand, so I'm not too sure if that's the wisest play that he can make. But regardless, Defender of Argus being dropped. And BrokenZ trying to go full force here. Houndmaster to taunt up that Savannah High main. Gets rid of at least that big taunted Twilight Drake. And BrokenZ sacrificing every puppy he has to get rid of that one. And the Void Caller summoning an Imp Gang boss. Quick Shot being used as well just to draw a card. And Shark now with double Implosion can start flooding the field yet again, but decides to go for the big game hunter first, and then has enough with the Implosions to bring out more imps. Freezing Trap will send that Imp Gang boss back to hand, though. Another Void Caller being dropped. BrokenZ really needs to pick up the pace here. Can do a maximum of 6 damage now, but his progress is really hindered by all the imps that Shark is gonna drop next turn and the turns to come. And Broken is just hoping that Shark does not draw anything useful to stop his progress. Life Tap going to be used. Defender of Argus coming in as well. The top decks from both of these players is just really game changing. Now Shark still sitting at 8 mana. Does have enough for Implosion Defender. And gets 2 imps for his trouble. Defender of Argus being played as well. And now Broken just has to keep steady shotting and hope that Shark does not draw into anything useful. Remember, he still has that explosive trap out in his hand, so technically only needs 3 turns, unless he draws into a kill command, which BrokenZ is kind of hoping for. Shark is hoping that the opposite will happen, that he draws into a healing card or anything like that, or a Mal'Ganis, which would be fairly helpful at this point. And Shark dropping everything and anything out. And that is actually a kill command being top decked by BrokenZ. Haunted Creeper into kill command. The well plays come out, but that was luck if I ever saw luck. BrokenZ winning game 3 of this best of 5.
Your soul shall be mine. Your soul shall suffer.
Welcome back to Game 4 between Shark and BrokenZ. Warlock versus Warlock. Warlock being the last class that BrokenZ has at this point. Shark still having Warlock and Druid available for himself, if I'm not mistaken. So, looks like this is the battle of the draws. Whoever gets their draws quicker. BrokenZ can do a lot of damage now with his Abusive Sergeant, should he so choose. But it does go for the Voidwalker play instead. And Shark probably going to coin Hellfire for his turn. Of course, that will give BrokenZ a little bit of options, as well as he still has those Spectral Spiders. But no, Shark instead going for a Twilight Drake play instead. So, Knife Juggler, Abusive Sergeant, and this is just screaming to be hit with a Hellfire, but seemingly BrokenZ does not really care, as he does have Dr. Boom and Lofeb to back him up at later points in the game. So, Hellfire is going to come across. Shark, being only sitting at 11 hit points at this point, is not going to tap. Another Haunted Creeper from BrokenZ. Lofeb being dropped, as well as Shark is locked out of most of his spells here. Gets a Defender of Argus for his trouble. That might prove useful later on, but BrokenZ with another Power Overwhelming, but can't really bust through that Twilight Drake for now. Gets a Doomguard for his troubles, though, so has a potential for lethal the next turn if his field actually does remain alive, or if he just has any minion remaining. Ironbeak Owl now being pulled. If Shark actually uses that to silence the Haunted Creeper, then Shark will actually survive. If not, then BrokenZ still has a chance to finish this off in the next turn. Voidcaller now being dropped. BrokenZ just wants one minion to survive the next turn. That is all he is asking for. One minion to live, and BrokenZ looks like he is going to play risky with Doomguard here, but is playing safe. Goes for the Dr. Boom play. And BrokenZ is just crossing his fingers, hoping that his minions will survive next turn. Big Game Hunter now being dropped, or being drawn. And is Shark actually going to drop the Hunter? Looks like he is. Random Demon is going to be summoned, but no Demon in Shark's hand to follow that up with. The Big Game Hunter drops. And is Shark going to tap? No, he's not. Acidic Swampoo's now being dropped. This is so incredibly close. I feel that BrokenZ should take the risk. Two cards discarded. One of them is the Power Overwhelming, though, and does not have lethal. Had to take the risk, but couldn't do it. Shark playing this game excellently. And BrokenZ thinking things over. How am I going to play this out? Am I going to survive 9 damage the next turn? Answer is more than likely. Or 9 damage, excuse me. Am I going to survive 15 damage? Answer is more than likely not.
Possibilities.
Time is running out though. 5 damage looks to be dropped onto Shark. Is not going to tap though. And now with that Sludge Belcher, even bigger block and wrench into BrokenZ's plans. This Shark is just going to slowly whittle away onto what BrokenZ has remaining. Like BrokenZ, the only way for him to win this is to top deck Arachnaros, but he does not play that one. Is gonna life tap, see if he draws anything useful. Gets an implosion for his troubles, gets a couple of imps for it, but nothing really to write home about. Shadow Flame gonna come across just to clear out the field, and only 2 health remaining for BrokenZ. Gets the Flame Imp, but again, nothing to write home about. Void Caller, Defender of Argus in a desperation play, I feel, from BrokenZ. But Abusive Sergeant to buff up that Sludge Belcher is more than enough for the victory. BrokenZ conceding, and we are going to Game 5, ladies and gentlemen.
Versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine.
I must protect the wild.
Why do you call?
Welcome back, everyone, to Game 5 between Shark and BrokenZ. Winner of this one will be moving on towards the next round, which is going to be the quarterfinals. So looking forward to that one. Shark starting off with an Innervate, with a Wild Growth play here. And the furling music on the lava stage shows the direty of this game. Shark hovering over the Innervate, and is he actually going to Innervate Shredder? Looks like he is. And BrokenZ can not really do too much right now. It has double Juggler out on the field, so Shark probably has to take care of that one pretty soon with a Keeper of the Grove. So Keeper being dropped. Whether it's silence, whether it's 2 damage, doesn't really matter at this point. Looks like we have a small spectator bug here, so hopefully that will resolve if that Keeper actually dies. So I'm just gonna leave real quick and respec. I'm not gonna ask for an invite. So let's take a quick look here. So Mana Wraith remaining for Shark, so all minions cost 1 more, and if I remember correctly, BrokenZ's minions were double Defender of Argus and another minion which I can't really come up with right now. Shade of Noxramas being dropped will grow stronger and stronger and stronger over time. Mana Ray finally being dropped now. The low Feb in response by BrokenZ. And Shark, all that Shark can really play is the Emperor Force on at this point.
I have the power!
Now back to BrokenZ with 4 cards in hand, taps to see what he gets. Still has 4 mana left, so is gonna buff up that low Feb, gonna kill off the Emperor Coruscant. Still in a good spot here. Shark drawing an Ancient of Lore, so he can dig a little bit deeper in his deck should he so choose. But this is gonna go for the Shapeshift, takes the 6 damage. Ouch. And it's going to innervate for the Ancient Lore, so is sacrificing a lot of cards there to make his plays, but does have an established board right now and some extra cards to make up for it. Void Caller being put out as a small bait, I think, as the Flame Imp is dropped as well. And now it's sitting at 8 mana. Shark can play both Keeper and Sludge Belcher at this point. Is gonna silence that one, and apparently there's a bug with Keeper of the Grove that whenever it gets summoned, that it bugs out on me, so apologies for that. But Shark did manage to clear out the entire board though. So now to BrokenZ, who is gonna tap. Still has one more
My shield for
defender available for himself, which he is gonna use right now. And it looks like Shark is gonna go for the finisher here. Shapeshift to get rid of that Haunted Creeper, and is gonna attack with a whopping amount of damage. BrokenZ not really wanting to see that, does decide to concede, and Shark will be moving on towards the next round, which is the quarterfinals. So congratulations to Shark with an amazing comeback from behind in this best of 5. Had to struggle to win against BrokenZ, but regardless did manage to pull it off. So we're gonna take a quick break as we set up the quarterfinals for